Hi everyone, welcome to Monica's Singapore Kitchen. Today I'll be preparing a common pantry staple in Asia, crispy fried shallots. These crispy, lightly golden brown rings is used to garnish and flavor soups and other savories, especially in Nyonya cuisines. Although these crispy shallots are available in supermarkets, I personally find that homemade ones taste more fresh and has a superior flavor, not to mention the additional bonus of getting shallot-infused oil. Frying shallots can be a bit tricky, but with a few tips, you will most likely enjoy the crispiest, tastiest shallots ever. Come along with me to see how it is prepared. The best shallots to use are those from India and Thailand. Both Indian and Thai shallots are excellent choices for crispy fried shallots, as both are small, low in moisture, and have intense flavor. Do not use these larger Bombay onions as they have high moisture content, lower sugar structure, and have a distinct sharp pungency. This is not what we are looking for in making crispy shallots. So remove the outer skin as they are fibrous, dry, and papery. So they are tasteless. So just remove them. Then cut a small piece off so that we can stabilize the shallot. Slice the shallot into consistently thin pieces to ensure that they brown evenly. You can use a mandolin to slice your shallots if you have one. A mandolin is more efficient and results in more consistent slices that will fry evenly. I do not have one, so I use my trusty old knife. So the next thing we want to do is to separate the individual pieces of shallot into individual rings. This is important. You need to do this before frying to ensure they become evenly golden brown, crispy rather than soggy. Then I added 4 tablespoons of rice flour. So we want to toss the shallots in rice flour, and this is another tip to achieve the crispy result. The rice flour helps to absorb moisture, thus resulting in a crunchier, almost akin to potato chip-like texture. So we need to mix the flour thoroughly with the rings. So something like this. Now before we fry, get ready a tray lined with a paper towel and a sieve. Once you start frying, the constant stirring and the quick transformation to golden brown leaves us no time to assemble all these. So get all these ready before we start frying. So the oil that I'm using is the golden sunflower oil. You can use other oils like canola or rapeseed oil. These oils are ideal for frying crispy shallots as they have a high smoke point and a neutral taste. Neutral taste oils are important so that they do not overpower the delicate sweet and toasted flavor of the shallots. So I use about a liter of it. It is important to use sufficient oil in our frying. So warm the oil over medium heat, then scatter and spread our shallots. Avoid clumps as they trap moisture, thus preventing them from achieving a proper crunch. So another tip is to fry them in batches. So I'm frying it in 2 batches. The first half goes right into my wok. Although it looks a lot of shallots initially, it will eventually cook down, float up, and crisp up to a 1/3 of this amount. So important is to stir constantly. So we are using medium heat at this point. Initially, there will be a lot of big bubbles as water vapor escapes from the shallots. Cook over medium heat to give the shallots sufficient time to purge the moistures before turning brown. 5 minutes into the cooking process, you can see that it looks a lot calmer. The bubbles become smaller, the shallots shrink and float to the surface. Pay particular attention to the sides of the wok as the shallots tend to brown faster at the edges. Sweep the shallots to the center to avoid burning at the edges. So once you see that it's slightly brown like that, lower heat to medium low or low once you detect it beginning to turn brown. The moisture inside the shallots has evaporated and it has reached the frying temperature. The shallots begin to fry and the sugars caramelizes. It takes a few seconds from now to light brown, to light dark brown, and to burnt. So remember not to fry until golden brown because the shallots will continue to brown from residual heat. Hence, pull them up and out when they are a shade lighter than your desired color. Okay, so pour it onto our lined baking sheet and spread it out to cool in a thin layer. It is slim when you initially pull them out, as the sugars in the shallots are molten. But once they are cooled, the sugars harden, thus producing the brittle, crispy texture. So continue to fry the second batch. So this looks like my second batch. So also put them in a thin layer, spread them out to cool. So you need to completely cool it before storage, as hot shallots sealed in a jar will release trapped steam and condenses inside the container, resulting in a soggy texture. So this is our result of our crispy fried shallots. Nice golden brown. That is the color that I was trying to achieve. Super crispy. Very nice. It's slightly sweet, slightly savory. Making our own crispy shallots has an additional bonus. We can make our own shallot oil. Place a little fried shallot in a container and scoop the oil used to fry it into the container. This highly aromatic, savory, and versatile condiment can be used as a finishing oil for noodles, porridge, soups, stir-fries, salad dressings, mayonnaise, and as chili oil. So you can store them for 1 to 2 weeks at room temperature or up to 1 month in the refrigerator when stored in an airtight container. This crispy shallots, I normally use it as toppings for my noodles like chicken chow mein, topping for fried hor fun. This is my fried hor fun. All these recipes you can get it in my channel. So you can also put it as a crunchy element for fried rice or any rice dishes. So you can also use it as garnish for all sorts of vegetable dishes. And as flavorful elements in our chi chong fan and steamed tofu. Hope these tips and hacks help you fry the most crispy shallots next time. Thanks for watching, and as usual, happy cooking!